Hi, Bradley here, hope you're doing well. Today I thought it would be story time. It's a Sunday, let's have a story. And I wanted to discuss and talk to you about a bit of memory lane for me today. And as you can see by the title of this video, I want to talk about my first guitar, which through the power of technology will appear here. Ta-da! That never bores me doing that. This is my first guitar. I got this on my 12th birthday in 1996, and so it's like 17 years ago. And she's been played. I'll do a little sweep over in a minute. Actually, while I'm talking, you'll be able to see the battle scars on this, or as just, relics, so to speak. And the fretboard in particular is, worn right through to the wood. I obviously played this a lot, and I was thinking about this guitar the other day because it's just been sitting in the living room for the last, oh God knows how long, 2 years, with 5 strings on, and they've just been, and the other strings were, were just dying. Some kind of disease strings, they're completely rust ridden. And I thought, what, I really should string it up. So I went to the guitar shop, bought some strings, and putting nylon string guitars on an absolute nightmare because they do not stay in tune. It takes forever to tune it. But no, it's just a kind of nostalgic thing with it, really, and I think this is what's kind of cool with guitars, They all tell a story, and if you're kind of an old hippie regarding guitars like I am, a big geek. And, like I said, I got this on my 12th birthday, and this room I'm in here was my bedroom. Basically, I come back to my dad's house to teach guitar, and so I remember coming back. I went to Haven with my mum and my brother, and I remember we were there for like 2 weeks, and we came back on my birthday. I remember walking in here, and the bed was kind of where the camera is. The bed was there, and as I came in, and this was kind of like just plunked up on the side of the bed, I remember a load of socks, and my dad obviously tried doing the washing or something. And yeah, it was there, and it was bought at Bell's Music, or Bell's Guitar Shop, or Bell's Music Shop. And some of you historians out there might recognise that. And Bell's Music was in, I don't know if it's classed as Tolworth or as Surbiton. They're the same, it's near kind of, let's say Surbiton. And it's a very famous shop from the 60s, because I got my first guitar there, and also a guy who lived in Surrey by the name of Eric Clapton got his first guitar there. So we have a nice link, me and Eric. And yeah, Bell's was kind of the shop to go to in the 60s and stuff. And I'm assuming, all our guitar heroes went and bought guitars there. And I had another story the other day. Roger Lunt, who fixed my Gibson Les Paul, who snapped the headstock, he was saying to me he used to work there, and I think in 1968 or 1967 to 69 or something. And he was saying how he met a young Jimi Hendrix who was in the shop, and then he went and saw it, and he got invited to Jimmy's gig, I think in Hounslow or something, that night. And I was just like, wow. And I've known Roger for like, since I was 13 years old, and I never knew he met Hendrix. And it's kind of strange, and that you get that excited feeling when you meet someone who's met Jimi Hendrix, it's like, fucking hell, that's cool, And I was like, just trying to get so many stories out of him. What was he like? And I remember saying, I asked him how loud was he when you saw him, and he's like, he was bloody loud, But yes, I digress. This guitar was bought in Bell's in the summer of 1996, I believe, for the grand sum of £60. And yeah, I played the heart out of it. I absolutely love this, guitar. And it's priceless, the fact that it's a cheap guitar. There's no two ways about it. But it means a lot to me, and that's the kind of cool things, like I was saying, cool things with guitars. They all tell stories, If I look here, let's go gorilla style. I'll get the camera. Anyway. Right, all along there is cherry. From a cherry Danish I remember having, because my dad's a patisserie chef, and I used to go down to his kitchen and just steal a load of Danish, and I'd run up to my room and I would basically just eat the cherry Danish, and I remember it dolloped down the guitar, and a lot of it just wouldn't come out. So yeah, and there's a neck I was telling you about, completely worn through there. So no, it's cool. And like I say, these are the cool things about guitars. They just tell great stories, you know. Let's plonk you back. It's like the whole relic things with guitars, you know. They look great, but I think it's cool to, you know, do your own relicking, because, you know, it's fake basically. It's fake stories on the guitar. Fair enough, it looks great if you want a cosmetic thing. I'm not poo-pooing relics at all, but I like doing my own relicking on the guitar, and that is by getting out, you know, playing the thing as much as possible, gigging it, being in the back of a van, you know, and that way the guitar starts telling stories, and you know, you put your life and soul into the instrument, you know, so every little ding tells a story. All my guitars have got stories in them, you know. I remember when I hit this ding, or that something broke there, and there's a crack down one guitar where I threw against a wall because it snapped the string at a big showcase night, you know. And like I say, with this guitar, my first guitar, you know, many memories in it, you know, in learning how to play the guitar. I remember my guitar teacher, let me get a pic, he, you know, I think my first ever lesson, and he would have taught me, I think, the C major scale. And then he taught me Frère Jacques, so that was my first thing I ever learned. And I kind of went home, learned it all, and I went back and just went, etc, etc. And then he said, okay Mike, that's good, but what about your other fingers? All I did was just use my favourite finger, that was it, you know. And so I was like, oh, you know, so I was like, you know, trying to use the other ones, you know, just like everyone when you learn the open F chord or the basic F chord. But when I did it, it was, you're sitting there like, ah, you know, and especially with this guitar, the neck is, you know, the same as half a tree basically. It's absolutely huge. And learning bar chords and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, it was it's a killer. So again, you know, every time I look at it, I'm like, you know, I remember this is where I started. This is where my career, my life, my passion, everything all started from this humble guitar. You know, if I didn't get this guitar when I was 12 and didn't ask for a guitar, I don't know what I'd be doing. You know, I'd be saying, do you want fries with that or something? I don't know. I really don't know. You know. But it's certainly a different instrument than classical guitar, you know. It feels kind of wrong to have a plectrum and start. It feels kind of wrong to do that, you know. You kind of want, it sounds better when you use your fingers first of all, and you know, start plucking the strings that way, and then being more texture of it. It's a classical guitar, you know. It's not an acoustic. It's a classical guitar. And when people, like, especially when new pupils come and say, "I've got an acoustic," I always have to correct them. It's not an acoustic. It's a classical guitar, you know. So yeah, if you've got a classical guitar, ditch the pick and just start getting used to playing your fingers. I'm not a classical guitar player. I know one piece, which you might have already seen in this video, and I'll actually probably be here. That's my one piece I can play with classical. I did know Bach. That's it. That's all I know. I remember learning that for ages. And that's I used to learn. I remember learning Turkish Rondo. Where is it? That's it. It goes on and on and on. I remember learning that when I was younger. All those kind of things, you know, but I can't, I'm not, what's that guy, Paco de Luca. Go on YouTube after this video, type in Paco de Luca, I think that's how you say his name, and he's like Malmsteen without a plectrum. It is just absolutely amazing, this guy, he's phenomenal. You've never seen anything like that. Hopefully you've already heard of him before, you know. I'm going to have to wrap up, guys, I'm afraid, because I can see my battery light flashing right before me right now, and I haven't got my charger with me. So, no, I just thought I'd share my little story on my first guitar, and as I say, it's a big nostalgic thing, definitely. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. What's your memories of your first guitar? If you, you'll see a link down below to my Facebook page. I finally set one up, so like my Facebook page, leave me a message there as well, and let me know your first guitar experiences. And you never know, I might do this stuff again, maybe a gear tour. Would you be interested in a gear tour? Who knows? Thanks as always, guys. See you soon. Bye!